Today, I'm going to go through my top 10 settings that you need to change to make your Tesla driving experience that much easier.
Mad savage in me back and I'm back in it happening, ready to blow. I remember doing.
And what a better way to start than with something that makes your life so easy that easy is in the title of the name. Easy Entry. Easy Entry is essentially a driver profile that you can set alongside your main profile, enabling you to set the distance of the steering wheel and the driving seat further away from each other, giving you more space to exit and enter the car. To do this, go to your driver profile settings and click on your main profile and make sure Easy Entry is enabled. If it's the first time you're setting this up, then it will ask you to set the distance of the driving seat and the steering wheel. If you've already done this and you want to change the distance, just make sure you're on your Easy Entry profile, adjust the distance and then press save. So now when you take your seatbelt off, it will automatically go into easy entry mode and the steering wheel will move further away, driving seat will move further back based on how you've set it, giving you more space to exit. And then when you re-enter the car, put your foot on the brake pedal and everything will come back closer together. Moving on to the menu system, and obviously there's a lot that I'm going to skip here because I'm only selecting my top 10, but I have ordered it starting from the top, working our way down so it's easier for you to follow. You're welcome. Starting at the top, in controls and mirrors. Having mirror auto tilt on will automatically tilt the mirrors whenever you put the car into reverse, giving you a much better view of the ground, which means that you hopefully, fingers crossed, won't get dents and marks on your wheels because you'll be able to see the curb so you won't bash into it. This has worked 95% of the time for me. I still have marks on my wheels. That's not really the mirror's fault, that's more my fault, but I would have a lot more marks on my wheels if the mirrors didn't tilt down and I couldn't see a better view of the floor. You don't have to have both mirrors tilting. You can keep the left tilting and the right up, or you can do vice versa, or you can have both of them tilting. Just select left or right and make sure it's on or off. And whilst you're here, you might as well have mirror auto fold on, so when the car locks, the mirrors will automatically fold in. So if there's someone coming past you at speed, there's no risk of them whacking the mirrors off. And then mirror auto dim, let's say you've got a crazy guy behind you with their high beam headlights on and it's blinding your eyes, the mirrors will automatically dim, acting as like sunglasses to the mirrors, sunglasses to your eyes. I don't know how it does it. I thought it was like a film on it, but then I realized that you can't, surely you can't turn a film on or off. Maybe you can. But yeah, I don't know how it works, but it works. Moving down to pedals and steering, and having stopping mode on hold means that when the car comes to a complete stop, you do not have to keep your foot held on the brake pedal. You can take it off and give it a well-deserved rest. If you have it on creep or roll, you will have to put your foot on the brake pedal to keep it stopped like the old traditional way. It sounds weird saying like that because that's how it is, like the old traditional way really, but anyway, yeah, having it on hold, you won't have to do it that way. You can just let the car come to a stop and it will lock in place even if you're on a hill. So now when the traffic light turns green, all you got to do is put your foot on the accelerator and you're off. And talking of traffic light turning green, we've all been there where the traffic light has turned green and we haven't actually moved because we've been sat there in a daydream. Well, those days are gone. Go to autopilot, scroll down to the bottom, turn green traffic light chime on, and now anytime the traffic light turns to green, you'll get a little ding and you'll be on your way. Staying on autopilot and scrolling up to the top, turning automatic blind spot camera on will bring up a preview box of the left or right camera when you indicate left or right. So let's say you've got a bike to your left that you couldn't see in your mirror. As soon as you turn the indicator on, this preview box turns up, which by the way, I just remembered how much I love the feel of the indicator and how much I love the sound of the indicator. It's great. Now, you don't have to keep this box at the bottom if you don't want to. You can move it to the top. But now if you've got a bike or a person or whatever it is in your blind spot that you've missed in the mirror, you're not going to bash into them because you can see it in the camera. And just in case you missed the bike in the mirror, you missed the bike in the camera, turning blind spot collision warning chime on will warn you if you're about to hit something or someone. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to walk away from your car without having to take out a fob to physically lock it, take out the card to physically tap it, or take out your phone to go on the app and lock it? Well, go to locks, scroll down to walk away door lock, turn that on, and now every time you walk away from the car and get to a certain distance, the car will automatically lock without you having to do absolutely anything. Now, I know what you're thinking. How do I know that the car is actually locked? Because when we physically don't do something like press a button or something, our minds start thinking, well, is it actually even locked? Well, scroll down to the bottom and turn lock confirmation sound on, and now every time the car automatically locks, you'll get a little it's like a little, imagine like pressing on the beep like very lightly like this, like that. Well, maybe that was a bit too harsh, people here. But anyway, you'll get like a little notification sound. Now you know that the car is in fact locked, so you don't even have to take your phone out of your pocket to check, is the car locked, because you've heard the car is locked. And the mirrors have automatically folded because you set that earlier, so no one's going to come past and take the mirrors off. So you're on holiday, you get a notification on your phone saying the car alarm is going off. You want to see what the hell is going on, but you can't. Ha, you can. Go into safety, make sure view live camera via mobile app is enabled, and now wherever you are in the world, you'll be able to view all of the cameras from inside and outside of the car to see what the hell is going on. This also might be helpful if you've left a dog in the car, you want to check in on them to see how they are. If you've left a bag in the car or belongings in the car and you want to check how they are, or you're just bored on holiday on a Sunday night and you want to see what the hell your neighbour's doing. View live camera via mobile app on. If it's not on, you won't be able to view the cameras. We all want to beat traffic, we all want to take the shortcuts. Why not get some help with it? On the main map screen, if you tap on it once, these 4 options to the left hand side will appear. The second one down is your live traffic. Tapping on that brings up these funky looking lines. The darker the line is, the more traffic in that area. The lighter the line is, the lighter the traffic. If there's no line at all, then essentially there's no traffic. So now if the sat nav says turn left and you look down and you see it's dark red, you know you should actually turn right and try and go around the traffic rather than go into the traffic. Underneath live traffic, you've also got points of interest option. So turning that on will bring up things like train stations, planes, airports, train stations, airports, museums, all the stuff like that. So if you're in an area where you're not too familiar with, you can just look down at the points of interest and see, there's King's Cross station, so you know you're near King's Cross. Now you will need premium connectivity for like the live traffic and all of that, so which I highly recommend. So if you don't have that, you won't be able to see the live traffic. So yeah, so you've set up the lock confirmation sound so you know when the car is locked. But what if you get home and you plug the car in and you walk away and you want to know if the car has actually started charging without having to go into the app and waiting for it to load, and what if it's interrupted or is it completed? Well, go into the Tesla app, go into settings, go into notifications and turn all of the charging notifications on. So now whenever the charging starts, you'll get a notification. Whenever it's interrupted, you'll get a notification. And when it's completed, you'll get a notification. All without even going into the Tesla app. I also think it's worth mentioning, in fact I think it's crucial that I do mention, a lot of what I've gone through today will simply not work if you don't go into safety, scroll down and enable allow mobile access and allow keyless driving. So if you don't turn these on, some of the things we've gone through today just won't work, which will just actually make your life harder and do the reverse of what we're trying to do, which is make it easier. And it's as simple as that. Just when you thought it couldn't get any easier, it did. Yes, can I help you?